Hello everybody, welcome back to another video with Elect Your Soul. If you're new to my channel, I'm a psychic medium, a spiritual life coach, and just a spiritual bitch putting everybody on. What I intend to do is to teach people that God and Jesus and the universe coexist as one. Now today in this video, guys, this video is going to be about taking inspired action within the law of assumption or conscious manifesting as a whole. If you are somebody who does like to take inspired action, meaning that you like to get things done while you are manifesting that thing. Like for example, if you want to manifest $1 million, maybe you would take inspired action to go get a job that would get you $1 million, but of course it also goes hand in hand with your manifestation power. So it's not just you doing it by chance or whatever happens. It's like you know that you're gonna get the goal done regardless, but you're taking the extra steps to kind of force it into your 3D reality. So as I was saying, if you are somebody who does like to take inspired action, this video is going to be for you because I do want to talk about that within this video. And even if you are somebody who does not like to take inspired action, this video is also for you because we're going to be talking about both sides to the same coin basically. When it comes to inspired action, I am going to tell you guys that it is completely optional to decide on you doing something for your desire manifestation. Like I'm telling you, there is no obligation whatsoever that you have to do one thing or the other, or that if you don't do this it won't work out, if you do that it won't work out, like whatever. I'm telling you guys, there are no limits to this shit. This is a known thing. There are no limits, okay? Law of assumption is limitless. Not even just the law of assumption though, conscious manifesting as a whole is limitless, okay? Whatever it is that you want to manifest, you can manifest it. If you want $1 million, I promise you, you can have $1 million. Just stop putting the $1 million on the pedestal that you belong on and stop putting everything else on the pedestal that you belong on, whether it be a person, a thing, an item, whatever, a situation, a new opportunity, whatever. You can manifest all of that stuff just because you want to, but you just have to let it happen for you. But that was a total side note. I just gotta put in my 2 cents right there to let y'all know that it's very important to keep this very simple because again, manifesting is meant to be simple. And if you want to overcomplicate it, this channel is not for you because over here we do not overcomplicate shit, okay? It's supposed to be simple and so it will be. Regardless of you taking inspired action or not, it will remain being simple. Simply said, just like that. We refuse to struggle. We refuse to put ourselves through things that we do not deserve to go through because we are way stronger than that. You feel me? But okay, my love. We're about to get started with this video, but really quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody who has told me about the wonders of what the background music that I'm playing for you today has been working on you guys. I've been seeing a lot of positive things, which is great because what I'm playing in the background of some of my videos is a binaural beat album that helps you manifest your desires, that helps you get into the state of feeling like you can manifest your desires, meditation, money manifesting, love, like everything that you want. The playlist that I'm playing right now in the background is here to bless you as it has blessed me. And it makes me very happy knowing that it's helped you guys out as well because I'm telling you, like, the reason I'm telling you about it is because it has helped me when I'm using sats, when I'm going to sleep, when I wake up, whatever. I play this kind of music so that I can get myself to just feeling, you feel me? Feeling my desires, knowing that they're already mine, letting myself concentrate within visualizing my desires. So if you are one of those people who want to see more about it, or if you are someone who's enjoying it, I'm very happy for you. Thank you guys for listening. And if you do want to go check it out for yourself, the link will be down below so that you can bless yourself just like I've blessed myself and you guys as well. But alright guys, we're about to get started with the video right now because I want to get talking about how to take inspired action, or more about what is the tea behind taking inspired action. Like what do you have to do, what's this, what's that, whatever else. Like I'm gonna tell you guys that again, inspired action is a complete and total choice that you make for yourself. But okay, let's get started with the video right now so that we can get to talking about it. Okay, perfect. Now that we're in, let's talk about this inspired action. All right, so as we all know, everybody is different. Initially, like off bat, no matter who you are, everybody is different. Some people like to work for their things. Some people don't like to work for their things. Some people want to manifest what they want just by using their mind, but also putting in a little bit of that pep in their step to making it happen by doing physical things like applying to jobs, going on dating apps, going outside to see if there's a new opportunity for them. You know, there are people that like to do that, but then there are also other people over here who don't like to do any of that shit. Like the other day I saw something on Twitter that said, I just deleted all of my dating apps, so if you want to find me, you gotta touch the same orange as me at the supermarket. You're gonna have to bump into me in the hallways and drop our books at the same time, like shit like that. You know, obviously it was a joke, but in that regards where you just want to meet someone naturally and you don't want to go out of your way to go searching for this person, you can still manifest that. You know, either way, whichever way that you're going about it, you just have to know that it's going to work regardless. But like I was saying earlier, because everyone is so different within our minds, some people believe that they should put a little pep in their step, you know, taking inspired action so that they are able to quickly get what they want as opposed to just waiting waiting around and manifesting it without doing anything. Again, that is a total preference, and that is also a belief. If you think that you should get up and go do that, that is your belief entirely. I know that you still know that you're limitless, and I know that you know that even if you do sit down and you don't want to get up and take inspired action, that you can still get what you want. But the whole point here is that you're doing what feels right to you, because regardless, you shouldn't be limiting yourself off to anything that you want to do just because you think that you should or should not do it, okay? I don't want anyone here to believe that you have to go on dating apps, you have to apply to 1,000,001 jobs if you don't want to. Like, listen, because of these limiting beliefs that are out here telling you that you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to do this and that, some people believe that they literally have to do these things in order to find the love of their lives, or in order to make all the money, or in order to make a certain situation change, like taking medicine, for example. Those limiting beliefs will keep those people trapped in the state of mind of, okay, I have to do this because if I don't, it's not going to work out for me. That right there is a manifestation within itself. If you're telling yourself that you have to do these things or else it won't work out, no shit, like that's exactly what's going to happen, because you are manifesting that in your reality. You're telling yourself that that is a necessity, and if that doesn't happen, then it's not going to work. But in other instances, obviously you should be setting yourself free by telling yourself that you going on these dating apps, applying for these jobs, taking the medicine is all by choice, coinciding, working with the belief that you can still just manifest what you want using your mind without putting any action into it, that you just doing this is an extra little step for you, but that it's not a necessity to actually do. Do you understand what I'm trying to say here? It's not about limiting yourself, because guys, like I'm saying, I do not want any of y'all to be limiting yourselves. That is quite literally the last thing you should be doing, because limiting yourself is not going to get you any closer to what you want. You know, you're only going to feel trapped. But of course, even if you do limit yourself in this way, if you do believe that you taking that inspired action alone is going to be more than enough, it will still work out. But who wants to be limited in that way? You should still feel as free as you want to be to just sit back and be like, okay, I can do this though. Like, it's going to be fine. If I manifest it with my mind, it's going to be manifested, period. You know, things like that. By telling yourself the fact that regardless, like no matter how you go about this, it is still going to work out. You know, there are no limits to this. I will tell you guys that as a Capricorn, as an Aquarius stellium, as someone who has a lot of Capricorn placements in my chart, I completely understand what it is to want to take inspired action, okay? I do remember that when I first started up with the whole law of assumption thing, when I first really started to learn about it and look into it, a lot of people were not using inspired action. A lot of people were just manifesting what they wanted without doing anything about it. And that was completely understandable, obviously, because it's like after living a whole life of working so hard for something, you find something that says you don't have to work at all. You can just say that you have what you want and it'll still work. No shit, a lot of people are gonna be like, okay, bet I'm not gonna work then. Like, I'm gonna just manifest it with my mind. And that's completely reasonable, because knowing about the law, being able to apply the law, just conscious manifesting as a whole is dead ass the holy grail to me. Like, it is so amazing to see that you could just manifest what you want using your mind. Like, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do if you don't want to do it. And I think that that's where it really lied for me, okay? I remember at the beginning, I kind of had this misconception. I was like, am I limiting myself by taking inspired action? Like, should I just sit back and manifest it with my mind because everyone else is doing it? Like, that kind of stuff, because I was starting to overthink it a little bit. I was thinking that if everyone else is doing one thing, what would it mean if I was over here applying the work still? Like, am I still working too hard? Am I not manifesting it because I'm doing something physically speaking to make it happen? I'm gonna tell you guys that that is definitely not the case. If you thought like I did, where you think that you shouldn't take inspired action at all because you think that it's limiting, you're actually limiting yourself by telling yourself that by taking inspired action, you are limiting yourself in that way. In reality, you are still as free as a bird to get up and to actually do something about it while manifesting it with your mind, as you are to be sitting down and just manifesting it with your mind without doing anything about it. The only way that taking inspired action can be a limiting thing is if you are telling yourself that the only way that you're going to get what you want is by doing what it is that you're doing, and that whatever it is that you're saying in your mind won't count for anything if you're not actually physically putting in the work. That right there is 1,000,000 times more limiting than if you were to get up and to just do something about what it is that you want to do. Because in that instance, what you would be doing is you would be telling yourself, nope, there's a set of rules that I have to follow, and if I don't follow these rules, then it's not going to work. Listen, you're still free. You are still completely free. If you feel like you applying for that job is going to get the job while knowing in your heart and your soul that you're going to get the job, you are going to get the job regardless. You're not limiting yourself off because you're taking inspired action. And for the other people who don't want to take inspired action, you don't have to, because you will still manifest what you want as long as you know that you will. As time went on, despite that belief that I had where I said to myself that I shouldn't take any kind of inspired action because I would be limiting myself, I began to realize what it was to again work hand in hand with the mentality of me having it all and me me actually doing something about me having it all. Regardless though, it still worked either way because I manifested things just by sitting on my ass and manifesting it. Just like y'all know with my weight loss, for example, or maintaining a fast metabolism, I don't work out. Like if I'm being honest, I don't do Pilates or whatever else. Yeah, I like to walk or whatever, but that's it. I'm not someone who is a heavy lifter. Like I don't do that. I like to just sit and chill and eat what I want to eat and do that basically. And so I do it with my mind because I know that my mind will support me in that. You know, what would be limiting is if I said to myself, I need to go and work out because if I don't work out, I'm not going to be able to maintain my body. That is a limiting belief. That is when inspired action is not inspired. It's feared taking action. You're taking action because you're afraid. That is always the most important thing for you to realize here and to maintain within your mind when it comes to you wanting to take inspired action is that you're actually doing it because you want to and not because you feel like you should be doing it, because if you don't do it, you're not going to get what you want. You see what I'm saying here? It can be a tricky slope, but really it's not that tricky. Like you just can't think that hard about this entire thing. I think that that's the most important thing, is that you cannot overthink something like this where you think that you could be doing something wrong or things aren't going right or I have to do this and that or else it's not going to work out. That's not how this works. Taking inspired action is all about just doing what feels right to you, knowing that if you do have a job that you want to apply to, that you apply to it, you apply for Vogue, you work at that law firm, whatever, while knowing in your heart and your soul, I'm definitely gonna get this job. When you're on that dating app, that you tell yourself that you're gonna find a match because you know that you are. You're not desperately seeking a match. You're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. What if it doesn't work out? What if it, like, no. With confidence. Every single thing that you do with inspired action is supposed to be done with confidence. Because if it's not done with confidence, then what are you doing? You're hurting yourself because you're overthinking this so fucking much. You're gonna start doing unnecessary things that you don't even want to do, which for instance here, maybe you don't want to meet someone on a dating app. Maybe you want to meet someone organically, in person, whatever. But then what? You're gonna force yourself to go on the dating apps because you feel like if you don't, then you're not gonna get what you want? Like, that's not how this works. I'm gonna tell you guys, as I've told y'all before, when I manifested my twin flame, my soulmate, my perfect partner, whatever, I never told myself once that I had to go out of my way to go looking for this person. I never told myself that I had to go to the store, had to go on dating apps, had to ask around to be hooked up with somebody in order for me to find this person. I met that person in a math class that I accidentally got into. Like, what the fuck? It was literally because I was supposed to be in another math class and they would not switch me out of that class, so I stayed in that class and I ended up meeting my person in the most organic fashion ever. And I'm gonna tell you guys that I didn't tell myself that I had to go out of my way to find this person. I just knew that they were gonna come to me. That is a clear-cut example of what someone would do or should tell themselves whenever they want to manifest something without getting up and physically doing something about it. I just lived my life and that person came to me. As simple as that. That is how manifestation works regardless. Now in other cases, let's say for example, yeah, I have a good example. So a few years ago, I wanted to find a job. I needed a job and I didn't want to work anywhere that was going to stress me out. So I applied to an animal hospital and I remember I just knew I was going to get the job. Like, me applying to that animal hospital was me taking inspired action, but I already had in my heart, I was like, I'm going to get this shit. Like, it's bagged. I left the interview completely confident. I remember just knowing, I was like, I got this job. And then guess what? I got the job. Like, the next day, the person called me, the manager called me. She told me that I got the job and I was like, I already knew. I didn't tell her that, but I already knew, you feel me? But that was inspired action. I applied to that animal hospital. I did the interview with confidence. Like, I just did it and it worked out. And that was all that I needed to do for myself. But that was also, again, inspired action that I took by choice. It was never a necessity. It was by choice. So if you are somebody who is overthinking this and you feel like, I don't know if I should take inspired action or not, like, should I do this? Should I do that? If you feel in your heart with confidence, I'm gonna label this with confidence, you feel that you should be taking inspired action when it comes to, again, applying for a job, going out of your way to get this, maybe I have to get tickets or whatever, I don't know. It doesn't matter what it is, no matter what it is. If you feel in your heart that you want to go and do something about it, maybe stacking up your bread for the concert tickets, you have to go to your job, but you know you're gonna make the money really fast, that will still work for you. But I'm gonna tell you guys right here, right now, that if you are going to take inspired action, please let it be, again, with confidence. Because when you do things out of fear, like, if I don't do this, I'm not gonna get what I want. If I do this, I'm not gonna get what I want, whatever else, that is you limiting yourself still. So you think that you're limitless. Yeah, I'm limitless. I can manifest this and that, but you're still telling yourself, if I don't do this, I'm not gonna get it. If I do this, I'm not gonna get it. Why in the world would you do that to yourself when you know that regardless, it will still manifest regardless? Like I said, regardless, it will still manifest. So whatever else that you're doing won't matter because you know what you're doing, because you feel it in your heart and your soul. It's like those people who become doctors, you feel me? Like, they know that they're gonna become a doctor. They know that they're gonna get the job done. They know that they're they're gonna get all their requirements, whatever, but they went to school for it because they chose to. Of course, there are other instances in which people graduate early, people skip a bunch of classes and still end up becoming who and what they want to be. You know, in those cases, that is still something that they manifested with their mind. But if you feel in your heart that you want to get up and you want to go to school and study for this shit because you know that you're gonna get it regardless, you better do it because you feel confident in that decision. But it is still a choice to make. So regardless of the choice that you're making, please don't overthink this. It is so important to not overthink this because it is as simple as, do I want to do something about it or do I not? No? Okay, I'm gonna just sit at home and manifest it. Do I want to do something about it though? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna get up and do something about it. Boom. Just like that. It is a choice that you make for yourself. Each and every single day, I'm gonna tell you, when it comes to my manifestations, it is always a choice that I make as to whether or not I actually want to do something about it. You know, I have manifested a lot of things by sitting down, like I said, and just thinking about it and I got it. And then other times I got up and I actually did something about it. But every time that I got up and did something about it, it was because I wanted to. This is not a life where I'm gonna sit around and do unenjoyable things because I should. Hell to the fuck no. I'm gonna get up and only do the things that I want to do because I want to do them. So if I want to work out one day and I decide, hey, I want to work my ass off and sweat and blah blah blah, okay, I'll do that when the day comes. But as of right now, I don't want to do that. So the choice is really yours. And the same thing goes for like even my tan. I'm sure y'all peeped, I definitely got tanner. That was a choice that I made for me to go out in the sun. You know, people manifested their tans by manifesting it. I manifested my tan by saying, I'm gonna go out in the sun and I'm gonna get my color. Like, I'm gonna just be who I want to be. And then I do because I love the beach. I love going out. Boom, boom, just like that. I did it because I wanted to. Inspired action, you see? But it's always enjoyable. I enjoy it. I love it. That's all that matters to me. And as long as you're doing what makes you happy, what makes this feel the most enjoyable to you, that will be all that will matter to you, okay? As long as you're doing what's right for you, I am in full support of it. Just make sure that you're listening to your heart and your soul though. You never want to feel limited or afraid or stressed out doing the things that you don't want to do. So always listen to what it is that you desire most, okay? Y'all got this. I believe in you. I know that y'all can do this. I know that this is really as simple as I'm telling you that it is. It is just a matter of you, literally a matter of you, the one who's in control. I promise you, nothing and no one and whatever else, nothing is better or bigger or more powerful than you. Nothing in this world. You can do this. And if I have done it for myself like a million times over, y'all can do it regardless. Either way, whether it be taking it or not, it's still gonna be the right decision as long as it sits right with you in your heart. That's all that matters. But alright, my love, that's basically it for my video. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I intend that this video helped you to the best of its ability, and I know that it did because guys, like, the fuck? What are you stressing out about? When it comes to inspired action, again, that is an entire choice to make for yourself. You are never tied down to one decision. My mom worked her ass off her entire life, so I have to too. No, you don't. If you don't want to, no, you don't. If you want to, go right ahead. But again, as a Capricorn, shit, I'm gonna make the decision for myself because there are certain things that I do like to work for. But it's not even working. Like, I don't see it as work. I see it as things that make me feel good by choice, but never something that I'm obligated to do, okay? That's really the whole thing here, is avoiding obligation. If you ever feel obligated to do something or to be something or to think something, I want you to take a step back and to really think about how good your self-concept is. Because when it comes to obligation, that feeling is like dread. You know, you feel in your heart, you're like, oh, I don't want to do this shit, bro, but I have to because if I don't, I hate hearing that. I hate hearing people complain about that. Oh, I gotta work or else I can't put food on the table. Whatever, okay. I get it. I completely understand the logical, societal, limiting beliefs, but at the end of that all, people manifest money left and right. People manifest ways for things to work out regardless. Like, you don't have to sit here and limit yourself off to all these wonderful, limitless ways for you to get what you want because you think that you have to do this and that. Like, you don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. And I don't care what society has been telling you your entire life. I really dislike hearing that sometimes you need to do the things that you don't want to do to get what you want. Why the fuck is that even a thing? Like, why is that normal? Why is it? No, it's not normal. Actually, no, because we do not claim that. But that is not normal. Like, are y'all kidding me? If you don't feel happy in your heart when you make a decision to do something, why are you doing it? Because you have to? No, you don't. That is why you have a mind, to manifest magic with it. So manifest magic with it and stop worrying about what you should or should not be doing. Because at the end of it all, the only person who's telling you that you should or should not be doing that thing is yourself. And if you are really as in control as you say that you are, then no one and nothing will ever be able to dictate what you can or cannot do. This is your life for a reason. You got to be in control of your life for the reason that this is your life. You can't play about your power or your potential for anyone or anything. Like, this is really serious. I'm so serious. Taking inspired action is just for those who know that they can still get what they want, but that them doing this thing is something that, well, yeah, let me add a little pep in my step because I want to, but never because I need to. You know, despite wherever it is that you come from, whatever societal norms that you're used to, whatever it is that you're hearing, please do understand that because this entire world is different, the beliefs are different all around the world, like that kind of energy, that goes to show you that there's different ways to go about different things. Different cultures, different religions, different traditions, different whatever. They all believe different things that they believe is the truth. But if in your reality, it doesn't matter what is being said around the world, that you're just doing what you want to do, it will still work. Because if it's working in those traditions, in those religions, in those cultures, then why wouldn't what you're telling yourself, your own culture, your own religion, your own tradition, why would that not work out for you? Of course it would work out for you because you're creating your whole new society of you doing what it is that you want to do with your own beliefs. I don't have to get up and work my ass off if I don't want to, but if I want to get up and work my ass off, I will. Just like me coming on here. I do what I do here, growing intentionally, because I want to do that. You know, I could sit at home and be like, I got this, I got that, I got this, and I do, but I also apply what I got to apply because I like it. I really do like it. I love being on here. I love talking to y'all. I love posting on social media. I post, if you follow me on Instagram, I update my story like once every hour. Like, bro, I'm telling you, if you scroll through my story, I probably have like 30 stories up. That is all a choice. I can easily sit back and say, whatever, I connect with people regardless, doesn't matter, I don't have to post shit, yeah, and that will still work, but I enjoy it. So I'ma do it because I like it. You see what I'm saying? It's all about what you enjoy, what you want to get out of this. But regardless, don't let anyone make you feel like you gotta do something you don't want to do, and only do the things that you want to do, but only do them because you want to do them and not because you feel like you should. Inspired action is a choice that you make within making yourself feel as good as you're supposed to be feeling. Never feel obligated to do anything that you don't want to do. Please do not take this lightly. I am so serious. And please, I don't want to hear limiting beliefs, which I know y'all will never say, but you know what I'm talking about. Even within yourself, I never want to hear you telling yourself, I have to do this or it's not gonna, bitch, stop it right now. What are you talking about? Of course you could do what you want to do, and of course it will work out, and of course you're completely limitless. You are completely fine. Just continue doing what you want to do because I promise you it's gonna work regardless, and it absolutely is right now. That is the most important thing in this entire world. I believe in you guys. Believe in yourself just as much as I do, and continue on strong with your inspired action or without your inspired action. But regardless, as long as it's inspired and not obligated action, I don't see one single problem with that. I know that y'all can do this, so let's just do it because we can, because we said so, because it's our choice, and that's it, period. Just like that, period, for real. But alright, angels, thank y'all so much again for watching my video. You guys are the sweetest ever. I love y'all so fucking dearly much, like for real. Honestly, I think that sometimes it's my 11th house sun, moon, Mercury, and my Aquarius stellium that makes me feel so fucking connected to y'all, like community. But I love y'all so much, and I intend that y'all know how much I do, like for real. I don't care. I really, really do. Forever and always, y'all are the best, the best, period. I will see y'all this Thursday for another video. Thank y'all so much again for everything. May God bless you always, and please take care, everybody. And please keep it going strong, babe. Like, if you want to take that inspired action, go right ahead and do that, but never feel like you have to because your parents told you that you do. Please don't ever feel like you gotta get up and get that job because your grandparents are saying you're so fucking lazy. Get up and make a job. Never feel like you gotta get up and get a man because your grandparents are telling you you gotta find a man, you gotta go out and get hooked up and this, that. Nope, bitch, absolutely not. If you don't want to do any of that stuff and you just want to manifest your man, your perfect man, from scratch, from your mind, whatever else, just do that. But if you want to get up and you want to do what you want to do, you want to go study for that test knowing that you're going to pass, go ahead and do that. You want to apply to that job knowing that you're going to get the job, go ahead and do that. There are no limits to all of the things that you can be doing for yourself, but please do understand that you're only doing it because you want to, because there is no obligation here. There is actually nothing better than doing what you want to do because you can do it, because you can though, because you want to do it. As long as you're listening to what your heart is telling you, I don't see a problem with a single thing here. It's all about what you want though, okay? So if it drains you, it makes you feel bad, it makes you feel limited, please don't do it. And please do understand that the only person that you need to turn back onto is yourself. This is when your self-concept comes in to remind you, I am still limitless, I am still doing this, I got this, nothing can hold me down, period, because nothing can. Y'all just have to remember it for yourselves though. Be strong, be wise, go in on this, and never stop for anyone or anything else. I know that y'all can do this, and I believe in you in every way, shape, and form, but please be sure that that inspired action is truly inspired, and that you're not just doing it because you feel like you should, because because this is not obligated action. This is inspired action for a reason. No fear action, no limited action, confident action, limitless action. I'm doing it because I want to kind of action. Yeah, bitch. That is the only action you're getting. Nope, definitely not the only action you're getting, especially considering you're already with your SP. But y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all got this. I believe in you. Keep it going. Inspired action or no action. Period. Bye. Taking inspired action is for the people who actually want to take the inspired action, because inspired action only comes into fruition, like the idea of actually doing it only comes when the person actually wants to do it. If there's something here telling you, hey, yeah, you should apply for this, or hey, yeah, you should look this up to see if there's some available online, or yeah, I want to download this dating app because there's probably someone on there for me. If you want to do it for those reasons, feel free to, my love. That is exactly what inspired action is. It's not you sitting around thinking that you got to do something because your great grandma told you that if you don't, you're gonna get kicked out. Fuck no. And even in that instance, you can always manifest that they're not gonna care, that they're gonna trust you, and that they're gonna know that you're gonna do what you gotta do regardless, because you absolutely are. No one and nothing could ever hold you down. Like, you are that bitch for a reason. You're empowered for a reason. You got this in the bag for a reason. So why settle for less because you're afraid? Like, are you really gonna go out your way to go hustle, work your ass off, do this and that when you don't want to? Absolutely not. You're not gonna do that because you know exactly what you deserve. And it's not that. It's not you sitting around and stressing the fuck out doing this. Like, no, absolutely not. If you're gonna do anything for yourself, it better be stress-free, because if not, then what are you doing? As long as you're making yourself the happiest first, I don't see a problem with it. So yeah, go right ahead, go all in on that inspired action, as long as it makes you feel good first. You're not doing it for your mom, you're not doing it for your best friend or for your boo. Do it for you because you want to, okay? Despite that though, manifesting with your mind is still 110% applicable and 110% possible, as it always was, as it always will be, and as it will always continue to be, period, because we said so. That's it. Literally, actually, physically, dead ass, because we said so, and that's it. That's it, you see? Inspired action is just a plus in your regard if you choose for it to be. That's all there is to that. So keep doing what you want to do, be who you want to be, apply what you want to apply, but never feel like you got to do something that you don't want to do, because you absolutely do not. This is your life. Stay the fuck up and continue doing things that make you happy first. That is all that matters here. Bye, lovely. Y'all got this.